Dear good freaking golly, man. Those Friday night Smackdown from this last week was fucking awful or what, people? Oh my, you can't believe this overall show grade I've been giving this show. And my guys, the lowest beyond lowest I ever gave any professional wrestling show in my grade history, people. And that's not just a big fat C, it's even lower than that, people. Anyways, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode Lucas E. Allen 1080 on YouTube and all audio platforms. Lucas E. Allen Show, with your Friday Absolute Suckdown review for your March 27, 2026, sixth episode of Friday Night Smackdown. I know, man, we're doing reviews, by the way, people. I meant to do this on Limit Center like a couple of days ago on Saturday. I hope I was going to think about doing it. And then Sunday came along and I had not doing it, and obviously now without any internet to say the least. Lucas, how are you recording this podcast, man? Well, I'm glad you asked. My notes is, believe it or not, it's on notebook paper, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm recording this on a phone that has no internet to say the least. It's all cellular data, man. I know what a way to use up my cellular data, people. I know, people, right? But anyway, so follow me on social media. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, Lucas C. Allen, and Say's X Cyrus, and also Wrestling Limits. I mean, basically just Say's X Cyrus, Wrestling Limits, and Lucas C. Allen 1080 as well. And when you're watching today's podcast on YouTube, hit the like button today's podcast. Hit the subscribe button if you've done so already. Turn on the bell for our post notifications up on this YouTube channel. And always, feel free to leave a comment to give an episode, Friday Night Smackdown review for your Friday, March 27th of 2026. Watch on Spotify, do the same thing. Leave me feel free to leave a comment. And also a 5-star rating, be very appreciated as always. Shall I get started this shit show, bro? Shall I get started this shit show? But if you feel like a crack on my paper and stuff like that, flip it on my notes, by the way. Yeah, on notebook paper is no fucking internet to say the least. Until minimum Wednesday. I know, I'm freaking crazy recording a podcast with no internet, man. No, I'm crazy. And recording on notebook paper, bro. I know, I'm freaking weird. But shall I get started the show? Alright, let's get started. Randy Orton made his way to the ring after a video package showing his attack on Matt Cardona last week on Friday Night SmackDown. He then spoke about turning on Cody Rhodes to ring defend undisputed WWE champion a couple weeks ago on Friday Night SmackDown, and how he's been thinking about his 15th World Championship reign a lot for the past few years. Cardona came down to the ring and immediately went after Orton with a microphone as a weapon. A big fat C. This did nothing to get me interested in the whole show. And lo and behold, it was even more awful in the later on stage in the show. Like this, what was the point of this, man? What was the point of this? This explained nothing. It explained nothing, dude. Already off to a drizzling start in the Friday night drizzling shit show known as Smackdown, man. This show is fucking awful. And shall we move on? Shall I want even more shit worse? And I love the Bella twins, especially Nikki Bella, and I like Alexa Bliss, and I love Charlotte Flair too. Ah, man, but this show, bro. Oh my god. What are we doing here? How is this dwindling television here, Triple H? The answer is, it isn't. But shall we move on? We shall move on. The Bella twins, Nikki and Brie Bella, defeat Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair thanks to Lash Legend costing Bliss and Flair the match, after Legend obviously hit Bliss in the back of the head, with the referee basically saw it and didn't call it disqualification. By the way, make your referees look like a dumbass there, Triple H. And after the match, Legend and Nia Jax, ring defending WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, attacked everyone until Bayley and Lyra Valkyria made the save. Oh, what's so good about television? This one here, boys and girls. This, my friends, is an overall grade of a fucking C-. Fucking television. I don't give a shit about Triple H. I flip on my notes here already, dude. This show is fucking awful. Who asked for this? Who asked for this? Nobody, I know. Like Nikki, I love Nikki a lot. I don't even care much about Brie, but still. I love Charlotte and Alexa, but who fucking cares? This shit sucks, bro. I'm gotta be honest. I love most of these women involved in this, minus Nia Jackson, maybe and Brie Bella to a point, but still. But being honest, better than this next match on this show. Oh boy, Rhea Ripley versus B-Fab. Oh, German toes in this one is, boys and girls. Ends in disqualification. After the match, Jade Cargill, Mia Yim, and B-Fab beat down Ripley, and this shit is a drizzling fucking craps. Want all this greatness, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, you're gonna love this one. I am in no mood to give generous grades today. This, my friends, is a big fat F. Yeah, it's an F. It's a fucking F. This shit is the worst. I've never seen a championship feud going like this in WrestleMania in my freaking life, of how bad a feud can be. Love Jade, like Alexa a lot, or not Alexa, Rhea Ripley a lot. But this shit it sucks. I don't mind the Mia Yim, B-Fab, and Jade Cargill trio. This doesn't make sense a lot, no, but at least eventually, if you think help B-Fab and Mia Yim a lot. Mind you, a lot of the baddies in AEW with Jade Cargill in the leader. But this shit was fucking awful. Beyond awful can be. Nobody cared for a Rhea Ripley and B-Fab match. Nobody seemed to freaking give a shit in the audience, to say the least. This shit is fucking horrendous. A big fat F. And shall we move on? This is unacceptable television, people. You know, something a tiny bit better, but still the second worst thing on the show. Jelly Roll. Oh, boy. Even better. Good old Jelly Roll. Wrestling on Friday Night Smackdown. Oh, joy, oh, joy, oh, joy. Jelly Roll defeats Kit Wilson. D fucking plus. Man. Yet one thing above a C on this show. Your best grade at this point is a fucking C. This is how bad your show is. Granted, the best thing is not tucking overall. It's not a C. It's a tie for B minus, but still. Still not good. Still not good. Oh my god, man. This shit is fun. Get this. You potentially can't have Jelly Roll on the show. Imagine this, ladies and gentlemen. You can have a Jelly Roll and Danhausen tag team match. Tag team against Kit Wilson the fucking Miz. Do you know how boring? You know how fucking unacceptable that sounds? That reminds you a lot of Vince McMahon, doesn't it, people? You can't blame Vince for this one. As much as I love to blame Vince for this, but you can't. You gotta blame Triple H. Who the fuck asked for that? You only can't get LA Knight on this show. But you can't even get Tiffany Stratton or Julia on this show. And I don't think they think that they will after this week, but still. This shit is fucking awful. Fix it, Hunter. Fix it. Can't blame Road Dogg for this one. You can't blame, oh, you didn't know? Can't blame him. Who are you going to blame? Who are you going to blame? You gotta blame yourself. But will you? Probably not. D+. A back-to-back grades with an F and a D+. Worst things by far on the show. Doesn't mean the show is good either. This show was awful on Friday night. Well, I know Sami Zayn, a great match here. I very major hate this outcome. I like Sami Zayn, but still. Sami Zayn defeats Carmelo Hayes to win the WWE Men's United States Championship. A B-, because I don't like the outcome. I love the match, I just hate the outcome. Oh, but Carmelo Hayes is getting engaged to, obviously, Kelani George. He ain't gonna be at WrestleMania. Gee, I don't know, they couldn't wait until after WrestleMania? If I'm sure they would love to do that, get Hayes on the WrestleMania card. You know, think Kalani to Kalani looking against Stan Lewis this Saturday on April 4th, but still. I know, Easter weekend, we got PLE and NXT Stan at Lewis, but still. Oh my god, man, this shit is... Oh, what are we doing here? Why are we didn't get a Sami Zayn Trick Williams United States Championship match, including Carmelo Hayes? After all the great work Hayes has done with this United States Championship, he doesn't even sniff WrestleMania? What a big fuck you to him, honestly. I don't care if he's getting married or not. I don't care, bro. That's not an excuse. That is not a fucking excuse. How can you leave this man off WrestleMania because you want to get Sami Zayn being the United States champion against Trick Williams? And then what? And then what? What then? What, Sami gonna turn heel? Who wants to see that? Nobody, to say the least. The match is great. Best thing by far in the show is May Hayes will either retained or look like he's at least going to WrestleMania. But he looking like he's not. He look like he's not. This outcome sucked. I like Sami Zayn, but I'm getting tired of this bullshit. I am. What want me to say? B-. Best, not tied for best greatest show, but we're not so a major question with this. We on to the second, but tied for also the best thing on the show with Sami Zayn and Carmelo Hayes, despite having questions about that. Jacob Fatu came to the ring to address what happened last week with Drew McIntyre. After he took a moment to say what he had needed to say, McIntyre showed up on the stage looking beat up more than Fatu was. Nick Aldis, the Smackdown general manager, joined them and booked a non-sanctioned match at WrestleMania, so they wouldn't have to worry about countouts or disqualifications. B- is your grade. Believe it or not, guys, it's the right thing to do. People want to this was reports of a Hell in a Cell match with this. I'm like, this feud's been aggressive and brutal to points. But this doesn't need to be in Hell in a Cell. It doesn't need to be in Hell in a Cell structure, people. On what planet does Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu deserve a Hell in a Cell structure? It's not like McIntyre and Punk's feud. It's not even close. Is it aggressive like a major feud to a point? Sure. From time to time, it's better than most things on SmackDown. But it doesn't mean it deserves a Hell in a Cell structure. I mean, to me, this just blows off feuds. I think this is just like getting started, honestly. I think we've seen 1, 2, maybe 3 matches out of these two men. So I don't think you need to do a first match if that's the case being a Hell in a Cell structure. I mean, even if it's not, if it's just one-off, it still doesn't need to be inside Hell in a Cell. It's not that big to be inside of a Hell in a Cell structure, dude. It really isn't. You gotta make that shit look prestigious and warrant Hell in a Cell. This did not warrant Hell in a Cell. So I like the non-sanctioned matchup. I think it's honestly the best thing you could do. So I might not say but that's that in general. The thing is tied for the best greatest show. It's sad and given off Friday Night SmackDown has been this last week. But still, it's probably one of the positive you ever get out of this whole freaking shit show on Friday night. As this show, let's be real people, was fucking nauseating television. This show sucked. But at least this was a kind of a small surprise, but it's only tied for best grade at B-. It's not like it's like a show stealer thing for any PLE or major TV show to say the least, but still. I'll take anything at this rate how terrible this show was. Moving on to Julia, the reigning defending WWE Women's United States Champion, defeats Tiffany Stratton. A big fat C. A big fat C, like I said. While both women, these two did not have good chemistry at all in this match. I don't know, man, someone's just seen off. I hope to God we get part 2 at WrestleMania this time Tiffany Stratton becoming the new Women's United States Champion. Hope that's the case there, Hunter. But no, we gotta have Jelly Roll on the freaking show. You know, they're using me on the show somehow or another. Oh, we don't miss much spots for her, Julia, or Tiffany Stratton, maybe. Gee, but you definitely have a spot for Jelly Roll, don't you? You freaking triple nose McGee idiot. You have a spot for Jelly Roll. You can't have a shot for a woman that was in your women's championship match on SmackDown last year is going in as a champion, walking out as a champion still. This time, woman against a mid-card champion. Really? You know how ridiculous that sounds? And again, it's Triple H for you. It's Triple H for you. He's got some celebrities make extra money from. You don't think he makes $1 for this fucking bullshit Jelly Roll show, I'll tell you right now. I love both of them. I love Tiffany. I'm a big Tiffany Stratton fan. I think she's a incredible athlete. And she's a gorgeous woman. She's not even so a blonde fan. I think she's definitely an exception. I'm a big Tiffany fan. I like Julia a lot, too. But these two do not have a good chemistry. I hope the God there's another match here and have a better match at WrestleMania. Probably Tiffany Stratton get her crown on and become a new Women's United States Champion at WrestleMania. I think that's the case. And we need for that championship to have a main event player with that championship like Tiffany Stratton is. So I hope to God she wins the championship at WrestleMania, honestly. But this match is not great at all. I'll give it a big fat C. Moving on to your main event here. Randy Orton defeats Matt Cardona in the main event, and after the match, Cody Rhodes, reigning defending undisputed WWE champion, appeared and got into a brawl with Orton, and eventually Orton hit an RKO on Jiro, who was basically trying to play peacemaker. Both men here, Orton and Rhodes, to end the show. This was a fucking terrible brawl. This was a terrible fucking brawl. This was like one of the most just forced brawls, you want to call it a brawl. I think you should even call it a brawl, dude. This was fucking terrible, dude. I am not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. This did nothing to maybe warrant another shot with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship Night 1 WrestleMania. This shit was not good. It was not good. I'm a big fan of both guys, but this was not good. Let's just call it for what it is. This was not it whatsoever, dude. And I mean, it ain't even close. This shit was boring, beyond boring can be. And it's not good. And then you got Jelly Roll involved with this bullshit. Like, what are we fucking doing here, dude? What are we seriously doing here? This show was fucking horrendous on Friday night, and this proved it right here. If not, the even worse grades of Jelly Roll and Kit Wilson and me, B-Fab and Rhea Ripley. This shit was fucking horrendous. This show is beyond awful, to say at least, from Friday night. And this, my friends, were a main event match in 7 gets an overall grade of a C-. Oh, we're not done with the C- though, ladies and gentlemen. That's the overall show grade. It might be the lowest grade we gave anything for an overall show. As your overall show grade for Friday night's absolute dog shit suckdown for your March 27, 2026, you can guess it, is a C-. Yeah, the lowest grade I ever gave any overall show grade in history of Limit Center, Lucas Eon, 1018, or No Limits of Lucas even. This was the lowest possible grade I ever gave any show, point blank, period, dude. This show fucking sucked. It sucked. It just was so fucking bad. Mind you, a lot Vince McMahon did in this whole show. This was freaking bad. This was terrible. Anything with a big fat C, your fourth best thing was a big fat C. I'm tied for that. And your best thing was tied for a B-. Do you know how freaking sad that is? Then you have awful matches like B-Fab and Rhea Ripley, and dog shit like Kit Wilson and Jelly Roll, and you just forced-ass brawl in the main event. Like, how am I supposed to get us a positive grade, dude? How am I supposed to get us a positive? And then you had the botched match of the Bellas and Charlotte and Alexa. And I love most of those women involved. That was just not a good match either. Like, this show was fucking terrible on Friday Night SmackDown. It was awful. Let's just call it for what it is. This show was fucking awful. And you call that shit out the best way you can, like I just did. And 20-some-odd minutes in this whole podcast. Short and simplistic, but yes. But it's better for my audience and better for you people to prove how shit this show was. How can anyone with 2 eyeballs say this show is so good? How? What was so good? What, Sami Zayn won the Men's United States Championship? That was a terrible outcome. I like Sami Zayn a lot, but still. Not at the expense of Carmelo Hayes because he's getting married. It was great for him. I love him and Kalani Jordan to death, though. Those two are freaking great, don't get me wrong. Love both those people. They're great people, too. Big fan of Kalani and huge fan of Carmelo Hayes, too. But you don't think, like, just because they're getting married doesn't mean you can't have Carmelo be on WrestleMania. Like, what's that kind of excuse? It really is not an excuse you can't make, dude. Whatever, dude. And that is your Friday night absolute dog shit suckdown. Your March 27, 2026. You got overall show grade of a C-. Believe that, the worst grade I ever gave any show, period. This was fucking horrible. It might be the worst SmackDown of all time, honestly. It might be. It might end up being that the case. This show is fucking terrible. Anyway, so that is your Friday Night Suckdown March 27, 2026 review on this podcast. And thank y'all for watching. Lucas E. Allen's Hangs on YouTube and all audio platforms. Lucas E. Allen Show. With your Friday Night Absolute Suckdown March 27, 2026 review. For your Monday, March 30th, 2026, a different day to say the least. Hopefully, knock on wood. And more podcasts coming up today on YouTube and Spotify. I think I'm doing another Limit Center podcast. I'm trying to do news for that from now on, honestly. Hopefully I can do that. I mean, at least before I get the internet back, I can go into say at least, in my apartment to say at least. Hopefully that, I'm going to do maybe a couple more uploads after that too to say at least on YouTube and Spotify too. So stay tuned for that, hopefully to say at least, knock on wood, like I just said. But anyways, until next time, I trust you definitely be the next time, everybody. Peace out, everybody. I am out. Take care. Love y'all big time and say the absolute least, ladies and gentlemen.